Here with 2024 Edge defensive end Brian Robinson, Rivals 250, 2024. Brian, who are some schools that are really standing out most for you at this point in your process?
Right now, all of my schools really, a lot of the Big Ten like Michigan, Penn State, Notre Dame, and then you also got your SECs where you got Kentucky, Georgia, Auburn. Like you got a lot, everybody.
So
It's a great mix.
We're gonna go down the college football playoff rankings there. Georgia's obviously number one. They've got this whole defensive thing going on.
Yes,
How much
sir.
do you hear from them, and what do you really like about them?
Hear from often Coach Trey Scott and then Coach Chadir. I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
Yeah, you're good.
Yes, sir. I talk to him weekly. And they're great guys. They're always checking in, checking on me, checking on my siblings, making sure we all good.
What are those conversations like when you're having those guys building a national championship defense, and they're being like, "Hey, we want you to come be a part of this"?
I mean, it's great, they tell me my position like a hybrid, and then it's more focused on family based. They check in how day to day, how my day's going, how's the week going, how's the family. It's not all focused on football. They treat you like a family.
So talking about Kentucky too, what do you really like about them? A little bit closer to home than Athens, but what are you liking about that program?
Oh, that's true, Youngstown ties. So, I mean, that's just the hometown connection. Like, Kentucky, they're great too. You got Coach Merrill, you got the Stoop brothers, and then, they're Mooney alumni, so it's all a mix.
Yeah. So how about Michigan? You're obviously right here in the heart of Buckeye country, but what do you really like about Coach Harbaugh and all those, the connections you've got up there?
Man, I love them. Like, they treat you like a family. They like my father. They stick on one strict rule, like zero tolerance. I mean, they gonna keep it real with you.
And Penn State too. They're got Coach Franklin and all those guys up there.
Yes.
What stands out most about them?
Coach Franklin, he's a family-oriented guy. Him, Coach Scott, all of them. Like, they're focused on family. Like, what was it? We went up there for spring practice, I believe. Coach Franklin. So his daughter is leaving. He was like, so he stopped the whole practice, but there's no talking at his practice. So he stopped the whole practice. She's like, Dad, I'm leaving. He's like, all right, love you. He's like, call me when we get home. We all knew when she got home because he stopped practice. That phone rang. But got it out of his pocket. He answered. He got that phone call from her. I'm home. He's like, all right, honey, love you. Blah blah. And then I'm like, oh yeah, he cared about his daughter. He loved her, and then family first.
You're mentioning family a lot with a lot of these schools. What does that kind of look like when you're looking for some of these schools? What are the family-oriented aspects that you're really kind of looking for and wherever you're going to end up playing?
I mean, treating me like you treat your kid. That's all I want. Don't baby me, don't coddle me, don't sugarcoat nothing. Just be 100%. Don't throw something on the side for me. Don't throw me a bone. No, like, this is what it is. If you ain't do this is what's going to happen. There's consequences to everything.
And so lastly, Notre Dame, you got Coach Freeman's kind of brought a new energy to that program this year. It seems like. What do you like most about him being a defensive head coach?
Man, I mean, I'm a dark side guy. I love him. Like, the dark side, you see where we come from, and it's intense on that side of the ball.
What has it been like seeing? Because I'm sure they were probably recruiting you when Coach Kelly was there, but seeing the new vibe or however you might want to put it that Coach Freeman's brought to that program. What's that been like?
Oh, it's great. It's wonderful. I mean, he's a great guy, and he also got Coach Al Washington up there, and then you got Dylan McCullough. So that's another Youngstown connection. So, Youngstown spread out everywhere a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you got connections at every school.
So being a 24 guy, you've still got a ways to go. I guess, number one, do you have a timeline yet? What's kind of the thought process there, if you thought about it much at all?
No, sir. It's still up in the air. Me and my father haven't decided yet.
Are you think you might enroll early? Is that kind of the plan, or is that?
Yes, sir. To graduate early. Yes, sir.
Cool. Thanks, Brian.
No problem.